Fabrizio Romano reveals that Arsenal has already agreed on the £27 million transfer Arteta desires. Additionally, Arsenal is racing against time for a £65.5 million transfer target, not 100% satisfied at his current club. Watch until the end to capture every detail. But before that, if you are also passionate about Arsenal, subscribe to the channel now and stay up to date with everything that happens behind the scenes of the biggest team in the Premier League. Without further ado, let's get to today's updates. Manchester United may now rival Arsenal for the transfer of Matthijs de Ligt, as he is not 100% satisfied with his situation at Bayern Munich under coach Thomas Tuchel. The 24-year-old has long been one of Europe's top young centre-backs, but he is not finding a happy home in Bavaria. De Ligt joined Bayern Munich from Juventus during July 2022 after 3 years in Turin. But he moved to Germany while Julian Nagelsmann was still FCB's boss. De Ligt was a key part of Nagelsmann's side, and he started in 18 of a possible 23 Bundesliga games under the now Germany coach. Yet Tuchel has only started the Dutchman in 13 of 19 available games. Just 4 of those starts have also come over 10 possible games this term. So, Florian Plettenberg now reports that de Ligt is not 100% satisfied at Bayern Munich and might leave this summer. A move away from the Allianz Arena in the current January market is not on the table. But his long-term future is in question given Tuchel's limited preference. De Ligt is still very popular with the Bayern Munich squad and hierarchy due to his character and attitude. Yet he may consider a new chapter with Tuchel, showing he is not a guaranteed starter if everyone is fit. Der FCB are also targeting a transfer for Ronald Araujo of Barcelona. A move to Manchester United may also become plausible this summer if Erik ten Hag is still in charge. De Ligt is on the Red Devils' radar and could be a leading target following his time with ten Hag at Ajax. The coach also made the centre-back their captain at just 18 years old. But Manchester United may have to rival Arsenal for de Ligt's transfer, with Mikel Arteta also an admirer of the Bayern Munich man. The Athletic has cited the 43-cap Netherlands star as one of the Gunners' centre-half targets. But de Ligt is too expensive for Arsenal this January. De Ligt cost Bayern Munich £65.5 million to sign from Juventus and is under contract in Bavaria to June 2027. He signed a 5-year deal to leave Turin and helped FCB win the Bundesliga title in his debut term. So, even given Tuchel's stance, a move in January is very unrealistic. A move to seal de Ligt's transfer in January is also very unrealistic for Arsenal given their FFP status. While the Gunners avoided a breach of the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules this Monday, the North London Giants remain working against a strict limit this month. Arsenal signed David Raya on loan with an option to buy in the summer, but his inconsistent start to life in North London raised questions about his long-term future. Mikel Arteta caused an uneasy situation as he replaced fan favourite Aaron Ramsdale with Raya, and having both goalkeepers in the squad has done neither player any favours as they have both faced increased scrutiny. Raya has had an underwhelming first few months at Arsenal, as several high-profile errors have seen calls for the Spaniard to be replaced by Ramsdale again, but the England international has not been given a look in since he was initially dropped. Raya joined on an initial loan deal from Brentford with a £27 million option to buy, and some fans questioned whether this deal could be cancelled, or the option to buy ignored at the end of the season, but Fabrizio Romano has now put any talk of this to bed. Speaking to Gimsport, Romano revealed that Arsenal have already agreed a deal to complete Raya's permanent move. It will be soon. From what I've heard, it's already agreed, so I don't know when they will make it official, he stated. It's something that they already agreed in the summer. The Raya deal was going to be permanent at the beginning, but they had to change the structure of the deal because of financial fair play. Brentford decided to help Arsenal with that, but it is not going to change anything. The deal will be made permanent. David Raya permanent deal was inevitable at Arsenal. It is clear that Arteta backs Raya over Ramsdale as his #1 goalkeeper despite his errors, and the deal to bring him to the Emirates was always going to be made permanent regardless of what happened this season. Raya has shown flashes of what he can do with his long kicking, but fans have questioned whether any upgrade he provides over Ramsdale is big enough to have justified what has become a messy situation with both goalkeepers. If the 28-year-old can eventually hit the form he did at Brentford last season, then he will find his popularity at Arsenal grows, but until then, He will have to up his game in order to get the skeptical fanbase on board with his arrival in the team. The deal was an initial loan to help Arsenal with their financial fair play issues, which are currently preventing the club from making significant additions in January, and if there were no such problems, it seems that the deal would have been a permanent one from the start. Rio Ferdinand tells Arsenal to go all out for stunning Newcastle transfer after £73 million reveal. Rio Ferdinand has urged Arsenal to sign Newcastle United forward Alexander Isak amid growing concerns about their financial situation. Mikel Arteta's side are in the market for a prolific goalscorer to spearhead their attack as they look to go one step further than last season by securing the Premier League title. The club is currently sat in 4th place behind Aston Villa, Manchester City, and league leaders Liverpool, with the January transfer window offering the perfect opportunity for Arsenal to bolster their attacking options. While links to Brentford ace Ivan Toney and Napoli superstar Victor Osimhen continue to swirl regarding a possible move to the Emirates Stadium, the deals may prove to be too expensive, with both players likely carrying a price tag upwards of £100 million. This could lead to the club turning their attentions to other options, such as Isak. The Swedish striker already has 10 goals to his name across his 16 appearances in the top flight of English football this season, and was linked with a move to North London prior to his switch from Real Sociedad to St James Park in 2022. Fast forward to the present day and Isak is once again being mentioned on Arsenal's transfer watch list, with Newcastle possibly being forced to sell some of their star players in order to comply with profitability and sustainability regulations, PSR, within the Premier League. Speaking recently after the club announced losses in the region of £73 million, Newcastle CEO Darren Eales admitted every player has a price as links regarding potential exits for Isak and other players such as Bruno Guimaraes now emerge. Any decision we make will always be against the backdrop of the medium to long-term benefit for the club, he said. It's difficult to say specifically on certain players, but I can say that, if we're going to get to where we want to get to, at times it is necessary to trade your players. Former Manchester United defender Ferdinand has now told Arsenal to capitalize on the situation facing Eddie Howe's team, with Isak possibly offering the perfect solution to the goal-scoring issue they have been troubled by throughout recent seasons. Alexander Isak was running in behind constantly, against Manchester City. If I'm Arsenal, I'm going all out and buying him, he said on the latest episode of the 5 podcast. Why? They can't spend, they're struggling with profit and sustainability rules. I think there's another jump up before he goes to a club like Real Madrid. I saw somewhere they have to sell before they can buy again. What do you think, Gunners? Do you agree with Rio Ferdinand's opinion? Leave your comments below. Well, folks, those were today's news. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay informed about everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell so you won't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next video.